rotation, very far away from Champion Rush, but they can put a dead stop here to AGAL's hopes of activating the Champion Rush condition right here, right now outside the gym.
That drift might go on a bit longer. AGAL investing that Riptide rhythm. There's no follow-up just yet, just as a deterrent. EVOS moving over to Farmtopia, getting to loot up some supply box for them to check, probably emptied out by BRU early on, but look at this rotation again from EVOS. A safe passage into the circle whenever they want. If there's one team that has really proven to have done their homework, I think we're looking at them on the screen right now.
I don't know, man. I think the team that has done their homework is Dragons Esports, because game after game, circle after circle, these guys are finding the safe zone and they are out-surviving Fluxo, they are out-surviving Movistar R7. They are the true champions out here and they represent Saudi Arabia. They may not be well-skilled enough to pull away those eliminations, but these boys have sure as hell done their research. But now EVOS, as they fly on in to yet another firing squad. It's Pain Gaming looking for their heads, and they've got the high ground as an advantage.
EVOS back for round number 2, and this time revenge is to taste so sweet. Ray, Ross, they're all getting lit up, but they're not down just yet. Goose not so lucky. Koju finds him with that range. Goose needs to bring him back up. Those blue walls will start falling one by one, brick by brick. EVOS builds it back up. No, that one was that shot to keep him alive. But Aimba will not let Rasia go down. This Wonder Kid belongs to them. His survival is important, and they will make sure that the run continues.
Yeah, beautifully done up against Pain Gaming. But now big fights once again for Fluxo on the revival. They are on the back foot up against a well-oiled machine like Falcons is going to definitely beat up M590 to Bob's taking him out. Gio has got the Charge Buster and a long-range weapon to fall suit, but he could not turn on them. But Ross, another Brazilian squad, lending Fluxo a hand. A miraculous save for their brothers Fluxo.
And once more, Falcons fall in their own nest, and this time not just in the hands of Fluxo, but Lost lending a helping hand as well from afar. With Pain Gaming forced away earlier on, the teams are starting to move towards the circle. Dragon Esports making that big jump pad rotation straight on top of Team Vitality, where Boxing Gym is. BRU sees it happening. The standout between Core Memory and AGAL continues.
Again, so impressive from Dragons Esports. You gotta love the fact that they have got the hustle in them, and to do so much of homework to survive this long on the world stage on their very, very first debut here. It's insane in terms of quality. But how long can they hang on with just those 3,000 IQ rotations? At some point, you need to get into a gunfight. You need those eliminations, Husky.
See the time turner and Steffi, the Feedy available too. I think DRG, they understood their position, right? They're very far from unlocking Champion Rush, but they sure as hell can stop everyone else.
Yeah.
We expect them to come into this maybe dead last, but no, it's not them.
Now, I mean, first of all, many people doubted the fact that they would even be able to get into Point Rush or the Grand Finals, but here they are, and they're not even dead last. And mind you, we are not just looking for who's going to be the champions of Free Fire at EWC 25, because every single rank that you climb up there, from the 12th to the 8th spot, I believe, you get a 5,000 USD bonus. These boys are playing for the cold hard cash. There's US dollars on the table there, baby.
Everyone's going to return home rich, but that biggest piece of the pie is not just the grand prize of, I believe, what, $300,000, but on top of that,
not just crushing other teams totally.
And the trophy, right? You get to encase the fallen opponents.
Oh yeah.
Your rivals, your nemesis, however you want to see them as, and bring the corpses back home, or the remnants of what's left of them.
Oh, that's the best part of the Esports World Cup.
I love it.
Yeah, not
brutal.
Yeah, not just a trophy, but the fact that you get to choose 3 of your opponents that pissed you off the most, 3 of the opponents that try to stop you dead in your tracks, and you get to lay them down on the ground and build your trophy above them. That's beauty. It's just pure style at Esports World Cup. But of course, the rematch between Fluxo and Put It Up, the two teams that seem to be struggling.
What used to be a rematch for dominance is now just a rematch for survival. Never thought that we would come to this permutation of the storyline, but here we are. The narrative continues between Fluxo and VRU as Fluxo are the ones engaging and initiating the assault. VRU laying out a labyrinth to keep Fluxo away. Butcherson is incredibly low, knocked down by the ability in the process. VRU now piles on forward. Fluxo could not overcome this nightmare that is Buriram United Esports.
Yeah, the A124 popped at prime time here, Gio. Now needing to deal with the Riptide Rhythms, can't even pull up a decent glue wall to save himself. And Fluxo remains at the 12th spot. How unbelievable this is.
From the best to, at this point, the worst in the grand finals. EVOS, they're going to show up a great drop. Vitality, Dragon Esports core memory for the picking, and EVOS chooses core memory as their point of contact. They see Pain Gaming, they see RRQ, but they are somehow in a good position to fight all of them.
Yeah, RRQ needs 25 points minimum, but the way this is looking, it looks like it comes to an end right here, right now. Pain Gaming goes down, and Pain is what RRQ receives as well, courtesy of EVOS and all of those shots. Buriram, on the other hand, struggling to survive. A bus they will use to go back to the lobby.
And Rasa with the final blow too. 6 teams remain. Vitality now enters the picture. If Dev gets lost, Dragon Esports will play slow. But somehow EVOS are still in a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. They have got their minds in the right place here. Their head is set. It's not just about activating Champion Rush. It's about making sure they get as many points as possible, and if potentially they can, stop AGAL from activating Champion Rush for themselves. And they are in prime position to do exactly that.